Hello everybody and welcome back to KSP POV, where we play Kerbal Space Program in first person. Episode 2 of the Janus project, and unfortunately, the secret was let out that we stole the airplane, and the board of the Janus project deemed that cheating was not acceptable, at least not in this early stage of the game, and so our whole agency has been banished to the other side of the world, and where we will have to prove ourselves and start, well, not start anew, but have to keep going from a new area, far from the prying eyes of the KXP group. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump on in, and I'll show you where we're at. So by using the KSC switcher and a lot of fine-tuning of the latitude and longitude, we have found ourselves in the desert biome, what we are now calling the Proving Grounds. Here, I'll show you where we are on the map. Here we are, the Proving Grounds, just east of the desert launch site, very far west from the Kerbal Space Center, and far from there. We now have a no-fly zone. We are not allowed to land anywhere near the KSC, and vice versa. They are not allowed to land near us. But anyways, we will continue on our journey of conquest of the stars. So not only have they taken the first launch and first in flight, but they have now taken first in orbit. So we have a lot of catching up to do. We've got a fire under us, and we are ready to start building. So let's first off spend the 37 science that we have, grab ourselves some missions, and then do some work. Well, we can't spend any science because everything we need to unlock is 45 or more, so that is just not going to cut it. We're going to grab this flying airplane to 2,500 meters. It's not a milestone, I wouldn't say, but it is definitely something that we will end up doing before them. And hopefully that's good. Yeah, everything else is get a probe into orbit. So we are going to hold off on grabbing any of the rest of these contracts for now. But you know what? Having that extra bit of science will do us very good. And we do have one thing going for us that KXP doesn't, and that is we have access to a Kerbal command pod, and we can utilize it today. So let's go ahead and grab the extra science we need, and then we'll focus on the next task. So this is the A.S.E.T. expanded or advanced capsule. Not very high tech, very analog. However, it does offer us some control surfaces, and it allows us to glide our way back home if so we choose. We are now going to turn ourselves about 180 degrees and try to safely come off the runway and into the desert and collect a little science to be had there. So let's kick on our engines, and we'll start turning ourselves. Gotta make sure we don't turn too rapidly. I think it's about 120 some odd, or 225, that's what it was. Oh, we are on an incline here. We may be able to use this incline to our advantage. Yeah, let's just try to roll it out, ride it out from here as best we can. Glorious day for science. And it is kind of nice. Okay, okay, we're tilting. Okay, we're coming down. Oh, and we're back on 2 wheels. Let's kill our velocity. Alright. 3 wheels, actually. So yeah, I think we're in the desert now. So let's go ahead and do science part 2. Yep, we are in the deserts. 7.5. 1.5 for the crew report. Nothing on the atmosphere, temperature. Mystery goo, 0.7, not bad. And magnetometer scan, we got the full 1.2. So yeah, that's all we needed to do. Just collect a little pickup science. Oh, I'm trying to climb back up, I see. There we go. Just pick up a little science to fill out the 45 necessary. Do we have brakes anywhere around here? Doesn't look like it. Oh well. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and collect this, grab our science, and then move on. So that netted us 18.7 science, giving us the 45 necessary. And Jebediah got his first ribbon awarded for researching 50 or more science points. But he will be getting more than that by the end of today's episode. I'm not sure if we're going to use him on the space flight or the plane flight, but we are getting Kerbals up in the air today. We're going to go ahead and grab Aviation for the better cockpits, as well as some jet engines and better landing gear. We are going to take flight. We're going to break the 2,500 meter contract before KXP does, and see, maybe we'll even go a little higher than that. But for that, we are going to build ourselves a new airplane. We learned our lesson. We're not going to steal other people's designs. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Mach 1 inline cockpit. We're going to set that to the Warbirds Retro. There we go. And let's go ahead and build ourselves a plane. We're going to build it a little similar to our RP1 series with this kind of wings with the jet engines on the outside, although that's a little too far of a wing. Because we've got some pretty small jet engines to be had, so we're going to try to utilize 2 of them to maximize our thrust. Yeah, this shooting star is very small. Yeah, only 64 kilonewtons of thrust, so, however, with the 2 of them, that brings us to a thrust-to-weight ratio of 1.72, which is, nothing to sneeze at. Gonna put our tail fins in here to make sure they're nice and flat, but then we're gonna raise them up and attach them like so. Alright, that looks good. Let's get some wheels on this thing. Oh, we should probably put a nose cone on there as well. You know, I'll check out this Mach 1 supersonic. I thought we had access to the regular Mach 1 cockpit, but I guess not. We'll try that out and see how that looks. Let's go ahead and get some wheels. Yeah, we're gonna need to lower those wings. As cool as that looks. There we go. Alright, let's add our control to our surfaces. Get ourselves 2 pilots in there. We'll get Val and Jeb. Both of them get to stretch their wings. We'll do a quick simulation of this, and then we'll get it out on the line. Oh, we didn't even get all the signs. What are we doing? So let's see. We're only going to be doing the 1. from high altitude, we're going to get everything that we can. Okay, so Action Group 1 is going to observe mystery goo, take a crew report, check the pressure, check the temperature, check our surroundings, and do the magnetometer. Boom. And then Action Group 2 is going to toggle that magnetometer back in. Action Group 3 is going to shut down our engines. Alright, good. Let's throw some parachutes on here just in case. Alright, make sure those are on that. And first jet plane. Save that. Alright, Alright, let's test it out, and then we'll see you on the runway. Alright, well, that front did not work. There we go, try that now. This plane is so maneuverable, and it's a lot of fun. However, a lot of this science is useless. We don't need the barometer or the thermometer. We'll pick up some residuals on these, but for the most part, those are good. Everything is good here. The Warbird's IVA cockpit is not working. I must have done something incorrect. I'm not sure what, but we are going to go with the KSA IVA upgrade instead. I think that'll be very suitable for us. So let's go ahead and get Jebediah into the cockpit. And, oh, before we do that, let's go back out to the KSC and do one thing. And that is we're going to upgrade the astronaut complex. It's a little bit of money, you know, we can afford it, but we want to be able to make sure that we can EVA, Kerbals can EVA, and so that way if we're up in the air and something goes wrong, we want to be able to bail out. Let's also quickly go to administration. I haven't done anything with this yet on either one, and so let's science transmitted from new biomes. Let's get something going. You know what? We're going to grab local science 1 because that's 20% bonus to KSC science, and we're going to do, not in today's episode, but in the next episode, we may just rove around the KSC grabbing all the science we can get. So we can only get one strategy, so we're going to do that for now. Unfortunately, we're not going to utilize that in this launch, but let's go ahead and get ourselves first jet plane up on the runway. Jebediah in the cockpit. Aim to go 2,500 meters. Alright, beautiful day for a flight. Let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit. We are using the KSA version. Let's go ahead and get our flight deck lights on. Get our clock up. Let's get our heads up. Oops. There we go. Turn that on before the thing was up. Breaking the immersion. Anyways, let's we can't look down very well, but we're gonna go ahead and throw on our camera here. Have our little landing camera. And we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and kick on the engine. We're gonna throttle up. And turn off our brakes. Ooh, slide sideways on the runway because it's not upgraded yet. And we're going pretty fast. Let's just take off. Ooh, something broke. What broke? Something broke. raising our landing gear. Don't know what broke. Oh, we can, here, let's just point ourselves for the clouds. We regain control. Let's look at our log. Tail connector B crashed into the runway. Oh. Oh, our whole back end. Okay, interesting. That's going to affect our aerodynamics, probably. But, nonetheless, we seem to be holding steady and capable. And with that, we have successfully flown to an altitude of 2,500 meters. Let's go ahead and do our science. Get these screens off. We don't need these screens. Those are screens for KSP, POV, or KXP. We don't need them. We're in first person. Alright, so we got a little bit from the Mystic Goo. We get a crew report, some target scanning. Could have sworn we had material studies on here, so let's go ahead and go in here. There we go, yep. Material studies didn't get put onto the action group, so let's go ahead and conduct that as well. Oh, there we go. I guess we just collected the data. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn that back on. Let's come home for a landing. Safe landing, back on the runway. Jebediah Kermit in one piece. I told you that this plane was maneuverable, but look at just how maneuverable that is. So we are going to be headed back towards the south. Uh-oh. Didn't exactly pay attention to my heading. I think we are at the 21 point. I think we're at the 21 degree marker. Yep, there we go. There's our waypoint. Alright, so at some point we'll have to land in the water and collect water science, but for now we are going to once again try to come in for an appropriate landing. We are going rather fast, however, so let's go ahead and kill our engines and kind of glide our way back. There's our target, and if you see there's actually some obstruction in the middle of the runway. Ooh, we are starting to lose speed. We're gonna need to pick that back up. But there's an obstruction in the middle of the runway that may prove challenging, so we'll have to see what we can do there. I really wish we had put air brakes on this thing. Did not think about it. Kill our engines once more. Oh yeah, we need to toggle our magnetometer back in. Whew. Oh yeah, we have no tail. Alright, let's lower our landing gear. Line ourselves up. I'm very glad I put that camera there. And okay, let's parachutes, engine cut off. Okay, you got this, Jeb. You got this. Balance yourself out. Ooh, come to a stop. Brakes, wherever brakes are. Don't know where the brakes are. But we made it. Successfully landed once again, back on the ground. Pilot alive. Everything is good. Mission successful. Science has been gotten. Let's go ahead and bring him on home. Yeah, we don't have any walkies in here, so we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. But look at this thing. There's no way that this thing should have existed. But because of the fact that these were connected to here instead of the tail fin, That's the only reason why this thing's still flown. But you know what? If the game allowed me to do it, I'm going to go ahead and take it. So let's go ahead and put on our brakes and call this home. So 28.2 science, which was good. That gave us 41, which is almost enough to achieve the next node on one of those things. So maybe we'll do a quick science grab using that rover. Maybe we'll drive it over here to the spaceplane hangar and go do that. Jebediah got an award for withstanding accelerations of 4 Gs for 3 or more seconds. Excellent. Yeah, that quick turn that we did was quite heavy. But he survived. Man, he's an ace pilot. Alright, so let's collect that science and move on. Oh, it is really hard to tell where the turn is just from this camera. It's a very low quality camera alone. That looks like the spaceplane hangar. That looks like the astronaut complex. I believe I'm in the spaceplane hangar's biome right now. Oh, yep, that's definitely the hangar. Alright, we're gonna do it right as we pass on by. Look at that. Alright. Action group 1. Nice. 7.5, 1.5, 3.6, 2.4, 3.0, 1.2. Wonderful. And we have another set of science we can do, so let's go ahead and grab it from the astronaut complex. Actually, no, yeah, let's grab it from the astronaut complex. Let's throw on our brakes so we don't destroy our vehicle. There we go. And do science. Wow. That is quite a lot that we're going to get. Excellent. So I'm very happy with that. Once again, no walkie to bring us home, so we'll do it the old-fashioned way. 85 science. We can definitely do some stuff with that. Valentina got her first ribbon for researching 10 or more. Excellent. And we're going to put those points into advanced rocketry so we can have some decent engines. And that will open us up into the final round of where we can get our good engines. Like the Terrier engine is unlocked in propulsion systems, and heavier rocketry gives us the swivel and the Reliance. So once we hit here, that's when we're really able to start doing orbital stuff. But nonetheless, we've got our rocketry. Let's go ahead and get our Kerbals up in space. Let's take this milestone from KXP, shall we? We're going to go ahead and take the contracts to orbit Kerbal, but let's not make the mistake that KXP did, and let's read the contracts and see which one will give us the most money first. Alright, so just the standard typical orbits, and then we're going to grab this one as well, but those are for a probe in orbit. Unfortunately, we're going to be doing Kerbals right now, so let's go ahead and grab a few other airplane ones. Well, I guess we can only grab the one airplane contract. So, grabbing those orbit Kerbals. Oh, we can do these ones right now. Okay. Alright, we can do a couple of these. Let's clear these out. We need some money because we want to upgrade the vehicle assembly building. And we can do that right now. And the launch pad. We want to get both of those upgraded. So let's complete those couple contracts real fast. It's just literally testing on the launch pad. Make the money and we'll be right back. And with that, we got this one done. This one for some reason is not registering us. You okay there, Bill? This one's not registering us as landed for some reason. Maybe because we're in the biome, or biome is the runway. That doesn't make any sense. But we're gonna complete this one. I think it's just bugged because we are set as vessel type to rover. Oh, maybe it's because Bill is in there. Oh, ran out of battery. Okay, so we cleared up some space. 2 contracts. So now we can take 2 more, and hopefully we can get ourselves to above 75 grand. Unfortunately, there are no missions that will get us the amount of money necessary to upgrade the launch pad and as well as be able to afford our launch. So we're going to have to keep our mass tonnage low, but we can get our part count high. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a craft to take back some glory of this space race. Alright, here we are once again on the launch pad with the first Kerbal and Space Mobile. I know, very cleverly named. A 3-stage rocket with a little SRB to push us up into high space to gather some science using our intrepid pilot Valentina Kerman in the A.C.H Mach 1 reentry capsule. And that's right, we are going to take the glory of the first Kerbal in space from the KXP folks. You know, they've been beating us on milestones ever since they began, just because of the fact that they started first. So we're going to take an aggressive move. Valentina's going to take some risk. We're going to hop in this cockpit and take the glory. So let's go ahead and get everything turned on the way we want to. Get clearance from... yeah, we can keep this off for now. Get clearance from the launch tower. And then we just want to get going. Valentina is not a scientist, so she is not going to be able to reset any of the experiments. However, we brought 2 of them, 2 of each aboard, so we will be able to gather science from high space and low space. Beautiful day dawns on the KSC in the proving grounds. And I believe we are good to go. So let's go ahead and throttle up. Our SAS is on. Clearance from launch. Good enough for me. Let's go. And you may notice that the nav ball looks a little strange, and that is because we are, once again, at the proving grounds in the desert biome, at a completely different launch location. So if we want to line ourselves up, we're going to have to rotate. Alright, we got a healthy thrust to weight ratio that's only rising, but let's see what happens when we drop our SRBs. Alright, 100 meters per second delta V left. And staged slightly early. Keep our forward momentum going, a little trick we learned from RP1. We are now actually heading the wrong direction. We want to go eastward. Let's just kind of tap our way over. I mean, northward wouldn't be terrible, but that's not what we want. Alright. I guess we'll have to take it northeast it is, but at least we're no longer going west. Alright, so thrust to weight ratio, again, looking great. This is a pretty well designed rocket for what it is. We were limited by the launch pad weight, so we actually, even though we had tons of parts that we could throw on there, it was the launch pad that was killing us. So unfortunately, we didn't have enough money to cover the cost of upgrading. Oh, there's our stage. Go ahead, stage, and our SRB takes over. We're locked to prograde, and our apoapsis is now skyrocketing. And if we can get this as high as possible into high space, we'll be able to get 2 sets of science from this. And that should be able to push us forward technology-wise, and hopefully we'll be able to get a jump on the others. And that is all she wrote. As we see here, there's no more delta V in our stage, or our total, so that means that there's no more delta V on this craft. We are now in space, so we can go ahead and do the science. Lots of good stuff there. We didn't bother to put communications on here to transmit because we are not going to transmit. No, instead, Valentina is going to unbuckle herself from her seat. Oh wait, no, first we need to... we are locking prograde. Hold on. Let's get ourselves into the sunlight a little bit better. There we go. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Mission Control. All right, let's go ahead and press our face against the window and force our way out into EVA in first-person view. Get our light on and let go. And something very important, something crucially important, is before we start our before we start our RCS, we need to make sure we're fully away from the craft. I posted on Reddit some of the test flight footage of our EVA attempts. And let me tell you, there were some harrowing moments because this is not easy. But not only did we successfully achieve the first Kerbal in space milestone, but we actually managed to achieve the first EVA of the series, the Janus project. So we have 2 milestones to bring home with us as long as we can survive. And as you see a little bit, you may be able to notice our craft is starting to rotate, and that is what I was afraid of. All right, oh, there's Kerbal above us. So we're gonna... Alright, thank you, Mission Control. Let go of the craft, hop into RCS, gain control, and grab onto the cockpit. Okay. Alright, so it's rotating. Oh, and we are losing control. Alright, come on, just grab it. Grab it. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh, Valentina. Oh, you scare me. You scare me sometimes. SAS on, lock to prograde. Change our camera. And the science has been grabbed. So, we can take a moment to breathe, everybody. Oh, that's fun. That's fun to see. Okay, so that was intense, but the mission is not quite over yet. So we are going to time warp our way a little bit closer to the apoapsis, right about here. And we should be in high space now. So let's go ahead and do Science Action Group 2. Yep, space high above Kerbal. All right, let's grab everything and quickly do that once more. Alright, wish us luck, everybody. Oh, that was a little premature. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'll try not going on the ladder. I think that might have been what was my downfall. Collect that data. EVA report. Take that data, take that data, take that data. Oh, I think it might be working. Collect that data. Yeah, that's much safer. Never in my tests. Never in my test did I decide to just not grab the ladder. Every single time in my test, I ran into such a harrowing... Okay. Ran into such a harrowing re-entry into the capsule. Whew. My heart is was racing, but is now calming down to a reasonable pace. So now all we need to do is go ahead and point ourselves, point ourselves retrograde. Oh, the light's no longer working for now. Point ourselves retrograde. We're gonna change our camera. There we go. Okay, so we're pointed retrograde. Got our camera that way. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves back down to atmospheric height. Oh, there it is. That's the atmosphere. Okay, so let's go ahead and stage that off. Okay, that was a little bit faster than I would have wanted. Yeah, see, that's starting to burn up right now. And hopefully we don't hit it. Holy crap. Okay, well, we didn't hit it. That's good. Point ourselves prograde. Oh, that's not good. Okay, pull up a little bit. You got this, Valentina, you got this. Pull up. Hopefully our parachutes didn't go. What happened to our cameras? Any visuals? We have no visuals. All of our cameras were destroyed. Wow. Did that collide with us? I think that was an unfortunate collision. Okay, so 4,000 meters above the surface. I have no idea what biome we're in. Oh, we might be lucky enough to land in water. All right, 3,000. So let's say at 2,500. There we go. Fire. Fire. Thank you. Oh, Valentina. I think you might have done it. I think you might have saved. I was not expecting to not be able to jettison my my lower stage. Let's see if we can get a nice view out there. Oh, nice. Oh, that's all we can see. Oh. Yeah, we're right off the coast. Oh, they're gonna be able to pick us up in no time. Valentina, congratulations. You earned the stripes and the bars of being the first Kerbal in space, first Kerbal in high space, and first Kerbal on EVA, and first Kerbal with a successful relanding. The only milestones we're going to be taking here is Kerbal in space and EVA in space, so, but a spacewalk. Yeah, we're going to be landing in the water. Excellent. So let's just go ahead and coast our way down. I feel like our rate of descent is very low. We are gonna be good, I assume. I can't wait to see what kind of science we got from this.
50, 25, 10, 5, 2.
Valentina. You ace pilot, you. Well, we don't have any communication pods in here, so we're just gonna have to radio for help on the intercom. But let's go ahead and bring her on home, see what kind of science she grabbed, and then call this episode to a close. Wow, we gained a whopping 178 science from that. We should be able to do some pretty good stuff. Unfortunately, we didn't get any money from that. We didn't have any missions to do any of the stuff that we just did. That was all rogue space agency stuff, and we may end up paying the price for this coming up in the future with only 25,000 funds. So, but we'll have to deal with that in the next episode, because right now we just want to celebrate Jebediah. What were you doing in the cockpit? That was Valentina's mission. No XP gained for you. You should have gained XP for that. You should have gained XP for that, but no XP for you. But, well, you know what? I think He's rewarded enough. Research 5 ribbon, 200 points of science, splash down a vessel in water, withstanding an acceleration of at least 10 Gs for 3 seconds, flying horizontally at a Mach 1, first Kerbal on EVA, first Kerbal on EVA and 0 atmosphere. So 2 EVA space ribbons, 3. Oh, and dangerous EVA awarded for executing while not in a stable orbit, and awarded for being the first Kerbal in space. So I cannot wait to type up the progress report, send it to the Kerbals at the newspapers, and let them print that out for the KXP bunch to check out and see how the bar had been raised since they've been sleeping over the weekend. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. I was really excited to bring this mission to you, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more that we are going to do, because I have a lot of plans for this, not just for this agency, but for the Janus project in total. And I've been enjoying kind of competing 2 series against each other and seeing how I can outdo myself each time. So I hope you're liking that as well. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more KSP POV. If you did, please think about subscribing. Drop me a like, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care.